All right, fam, we are going to do some night photography for my lookbook. This is exciting and slightly terrifying because my first stop is the Walt Disney Concert Hall, which is downtown. And right now it's 10:55 p.m. Not exactly prime time to be downtown, especially, you know, alone. But we're doing what we need to do for art. So we are off on an exciting nighttime adventure. This is just kind of a chance to answer the questions that...
Turn left on Oakwood Avenue.
I don't know if you've had...
North La Jolla Avenue.
I don't know if you've had these questions, or if I just feel like I would have these questions if I were you. So it's sort of like an FAQ, but from my own imagination. The real question is sort of like that I have is, where have I been? Why haven't I been doing a lot of these videos? Have I been working on this film? Like, why haven't I talked about my writing process the way that I did? Am I just being secretive now? And I've, like, you know, pledged openness, and like, this is how...
Turn left on Beverly Boulevard.
Like, this is how I'm doing it. This is not how you should do it. And yes, I'm not being secretive. I hate being this person, but like, I have a kid. My daughter was premature, and she had some health issues and some therapy issues that would have made it difficult to bring somebody else into the house or to put her into a more traditional daycare. So time is a factor. When I have time, as much as I love making these videos, I need to be focused on my work as opposed to the work of telling you about my work. It's just a luxury. I don't have this kind of time luxury anymore, which is why I literally spent $37 on a car mount yesterday so that I could give you all an update while I'm doing this and kind of have you on my journey as I'm making the film as much as I possibly can. So that's where I've been. I've been working. The other thing is that the last thing I wanted to be when I started this YouTube channel was a screenwriting guru or a filmmaking guru. I am nobody's guru. I feel like guru is probably some level of cultural appropriation. I'm not a teacher. I'm not an expert. I've had a movie made, which is really exciting. I've made some films, and I've made an audio series, and so I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing enough to teach you. And honestly, the more that I learn, the more that I realize I don't know, which is, I think, a really healthy thing to think and be and do as I'm becoming more of a matured writer, just in terms of figuring out my process, what I want to say, how I want to say it, and what works for me. My standards for myself are rising as I learn more. Also, I mean, I've had a tough time rewriting the script and writing it. I don't really even know what to say about it that I haven't said already about my rewriting and writing process. There's no topic that I could come up with that's going to be clever. It would have just honestly been however many 10 months of videos being like, well, here I am again, or it's still super long, or it's fine, but I don't feel emotionally connected to it. And then I got great notes. I think I said in a previous video, from Diane Bell, who I hired as a consultant to help me get this film, both the script in a place where I'm ready to send it out, and also to help me figure out how to approach people, what my best strategy is, and you know, potentially give me pointers on other things that I'm not going to be dealing with, because I think that this film needs to be made for $1 million to $2 million minimum. So things like hiring a line producer, creating a budget, it's just not going to be in the cards for this film until I have a producing partner on board, which means it's both easier and harder to do than I thought. Easier because my job is to get the script in a great shape, which I have, and then get a lookbook together and approach people. And then once I find a team, hard part, I mean, it sounds so easy. Once I find a team, no, that's a difficult part. Then my job is just to be, you know, the writer, director, and maybe producer along with the producing partners, but that's it. I honestly don't know what my capacity is for continuing to talk about screenwriting and revising, because I've been doing it for basically the entire time I've had this channel. And it is because, like, the more that I do, the more that I realize I don't know. So that's that. And now that I'm finally getting onto a different part of the process, I will be more open about the things that I'm doing. But because this is going to be a more expensive film than I initially thought, I am going to be very circumspect about what I'm doing when I approach people. You're probably not even going to see these videos about the making of the lookbook until I've already queried people. Right now, I obviously haven't because I'm making the lookbook. So you'll get some bursts from me from now on. As I have things to say, but that is, oh my goodness, there is a whole situation here. There's a police car and a car crash. I'm gonna just turn because anyway, I will be giving updates as I can when there's things that I can say, but there's also things that I won't be able to say because it's important to not say too much when you're out to people with a script, with a lookbook, even with an email saying that you're interested, with an offer potentially to an actor. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about. So I mentioned I think in the last video that I am taking classes now. And I've taken a few screenwriting classes before now. Outside of college, obviously, I had a couple courses at SC in screenwriting, and I took a Corey Mandel 8-week seminar through Film Independent, which was great. I'm taking a class now. Early in January, I won my fantasy football league. And I won, my prize from that was like the buy. It's low buy, and I won $240. That's what I won, which is exciting. And Audrey Knox, who is a former literary manager, started Screenwriter Brunch Club, which I
In 1,000 feet.
was like contemplating doing, but I was like thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be for absolute beginners? Like, I don't need a screenwriting class. I know how to write a script. There's all of this very hubris-inducing thoughts, like that now I'm embarrassed to have had, but it's real, so I'm going to share it. And but the thing that appealed to me about it is that my writing group kind of, like, we're all still friends, but half of us, it was a group of 4, and half of us kind of went separate ways in terms of what our writing careers look like right now, and the other half, and then 3/4 of us have kids, and it's just like, it was difficult to meet. And the thing that I liked about Screenwriter Brunch Club is that it promised community and message boards, and Twitter is a cesspool full of anti-Semitism and bots, and I can't anymore, and Threads isn't any better. So I've kind of lost the, like, screenwriting community that I had, that started through COVID with Screenwriter Twitter. And it turns out that Audrey offered a special fee for, like, people to join for her first quarter, and the special introductory price for that first quarter was $240, like the exact amount I won in fantasy football. And I thought, this is a sign. I have to try. And if I don't like it, this is my free money to hopefully get me some community. And it's amazing. Like, before the end of the first quarter, I signed up for the whole year. The community is fantastic. Like, no joke. It's so positive. It's full of really smart people, really committed people. Even people who are more new to screenwriting are not necessarily new to writing, and are also super talented and kind and fun and supportive. And it's everything that I was looking for as far as the community goes. But also, surprisingly to me, no knock on anybody, like, this is literally just my own, my own ego was telling me, you don't need this. Like, the courses have been, like, life-changing in terms of writing, in terms of rewriting especially. So in terms of writing, I don't think I appreciated how good the writing course was until I was rewriting, because this last quarter I rewrote. Audrey offered the rewrite class for the first time, and I took it using the script for The Night Shift, and I rewrote The Night Shift using her method. And let me just say, Like, that plus Diane's note is why I am where I am. She, like, the character work alone is just choice. It was just a complete paradigm shift. And not only all of that, but there's work that she has us do before we even start rewriting, like where it's just journaling about why did you write this? What is your like touchstone reason for being here? Like, what do you love about this script? And there is just so much prep work in like making sure that the core of your story stays, even if everything changes, and making sure that you're only working on a few things at one time every pass, so that you didn't get bogged down in all of the details and the jokes. It was just about, like, this pass is about the characters, this pass is about the relationships, this pass is about the plot and the story and the structure. It just made me see my script in a whole new way. I'm starting to outline a new project because I can't stop. I don't want to stop. And I'm using the method that she used we used in the first and second quarter of this year. And I'm usually, when I start writing, it's like, okay, I have my idea and I kind of have a general plot. This was just like, I have a concept, and I started doing the character work, and I have a story now, where a week ago I didn't even have a story, and I'm just so excited about it. But because I have there's such a game-changing way of looking at all of this for me, I'm thinking
In 400 feet,
that
turn right on West 2nd Street. Then turn right.
The next thing that I do
Turn right on West 2nd Street.
after I write
South Grand Avenue.
next thing I do after I write a draft of this new project is revise my Palm Springs contained romantic comedy. So I'm parked now. So it might be the case that I am not in the right place in my life for this story anymore, but could also be the case that I just didn't do all of the right work on the characters or the plot, or I've missed some trick about a minor character. But that's the future. Right now, my present is the night shift and this amazing lookbook I'm putting together, and Disney Concert Hall is right in front of me. The Broad is right next to me. Let's see if we can see that. See? There's the Broad. And then here's Disney in the dark. And there's a whole tent and stuff around it, so I'll have to be creative about how I capture it. But now it's the time when I turn off my camera and take it out and take some pictures. Back in my car now. Vibes are impeccable out here, despite there being a giant white tent and a bunch of security in front of Disney, and it being a little bit difficult to get the full picture of what it looks like when it's just nighttime and a bunch of cars are driving by. Still just choice. It was also really nice as a woman alone at night taking pictures downtown to have this security and extra people presence around, so I felt safe. I took a lot of pictures, and I really felt the energy here of, like, I'm going to be back here to make my movie soon, and to continue these good vibes. I'm just going to turn the camera towards the windshield, and let's go through LA at night.
The truth that they are hiding is nothing that I fear, and I know that hate is mindless, covering every possible kiss. So tell me why it matters, and tell me what you miss. Is this love that you're showing, or just another misleading play?
And so that's a wrap on pictures for tonight. I am heading home now after my Sunrise Griffith Park expedition. This one has left me similarly feeling inspired and like I better know what my film is and what my style is, because the thing I love doing the most is framing the buildings in the background with cars zooming by so fast that the exposure doesn't allow them to stand still in the foreground. I never try to be prescriptive here, but if you want to direct, I would recommend this as an exercise. If you're not quite sure how to begin, write a story set in a place that you can access. Whether that means it's the place where you live or it's your hometown, you're going to go back there for Thanksgiving. And go during the specific time of day that your characters go to places that you mention and snap some little snapshots of them. And then once you're done taking those pictures, look at them and say, are these interesting? Do I want to keep looking at them? Yes, no. If yes, great. If no, figure out why and keep taking pictures until you find something that makes you feel something. Because this has been so helpful for me, and I think without taking these photos, my director's statement wouldn't be whatever it's going to be. At the point you're watching this video, I've already written it, and I'm excited to. Oh, my hang tag's up here. It's 2.5 hours after I left. It's 1:25 a.m. I left at 10:55 p.m. I think I rounded it to 11. So I'm gonna go inside and do a little yoga and get to bed. Thanks y'all for coming with me on this journey through LA, on this journey through my world that I've created. And yeah, I'll see you next time.